10 years, 500 plus million.
Yeah.
That's a contract that KC gave Patrick Mahomes, undeservingly, in my opinion. But everybody got different opinions about him. I've been hearing people saying that he was underpaid, which I think is crazy. So what you think about that whole? Before we even get into like worth of players, what you think about just his individual contract?
I think it was fair, but on his end, I honestly think I wouldn't have signed that long of a contract if I was in his position. Reason being is because with the revenue that the NFL generates, 10 years is too long. And if he already put up those numbers in 2 years, what he could possibly do is, I think, way worth way more than $500 million, even if he hit all the incentives. And then by the time if it's 2020 right now and he just got $500 million in 4 years, 5 years, his contract is gonna look like.
So is you one of the ones that feel like he got underpaid?
Yes, or I feel like he should have signed it should have been 5 years. Like either it's too long of a contract. He's underpaid because the contract it runs too long. Like I think he should have did a 5-year, $250 million deal and then re-up. I understand he took the security, but if he already produced those numbers right now, he already got some like say he stink it up 2 years and have a good year, he don't got that Cam Newton thing going for him. I think he's still gonna get benefit of the doubt money even after those 5 years. Like because of what he already did,
I can see that.
No matter what, he's going is like
I think he put himself in a bad spot. Just like, and this is my whole thing, right?
Yeah.
Folks love to jump out the window whenever you the new hottest athlete or rapper, anything, or you the next such and such.
Yeah.
You finna be this, finna be that. 2 great years. I ain't even gonna say 2 good years, 2 great years.
Magnificent years.
If 2,
I don't think it could be duplicated
like,
years.
If 2
all-time great. Go ahead.
great years get you that kind of money, niggas better start balling out right now.
And
what if you know we gonna, and I ain't wishing this on him. I hope that this don't happen. I hope that he continues at the same pace that he going, because his trajectory ain't going nowhere but up, and I rock with it. I love that.
Or down, but go ahead.
What I'm saying is, how many times, LZ, do we see these superstar players get paid and then they fall off? Or not even fall off, how many times do they don't even live up to the rest of the contract?
And that's where we was talking about this earlier. I think what he's already done, that one Super Bowl has already, that Super Bowl has already made him that contract. Like, I think that one Super Bowl, that $500 million, he won that. Even if he has 10-6, 8-8, 13-3, first round playoff exit, no playoff exit, whatever playoff exit, because he won that Super Bowl, he's now credible. Like, for the next, look at Aaron Rodgers won his first Super Bowl in 2008, and he's still credible.
I think it was 2011.
No, I think
was it 08?
It might have been 11.
Might have been 2011.
Whatever. It
was a long time ago.
It might have been 08.
I think he got drafted in 08.
Oh, he got drafted in 08. My fault. Yeah. So whenever he won his Super Bowl in 11 or 12, whatever year he won his Super Bowl, he's still credible. And if his contract was up right now, he would still get another contract. And what has he done?
Since then,
what has he done?
Not much since then.
And
to that same point, though, what is a lot of folks saying about Aaron Rodgers? He washed up. He used to be top 5. All that.
I mean, if we're talking about the money, he's still gonna get that contract. That one contract, he was worth what it was worth.
And then also taking into account that you got to pay everybody else, though.
I think with the money going up,
and that's how I look at everything. Even with the Cowboys, right? And I'm gonna just kind of go on a little side tangent. Even with the Cowboys, they done paid DeMarcus Lawrence. They done paid Zeke, who deserve every bit of it. And eventually, they might have to pay Dak. They might have, the O line is already highly paid, deservingly so. So like at some point, you're gonna have to pay CeeDee Lamb, who should be a breakout star this year or the next. So when all these players who might deserve the money, y'all want to absorb all this money, and y'all want to take half of the cap, and then you ain't gonna have nobody to put around you. That's the knock. And look what happened to the Eagles. And you know I'm a diehard Eagles fan. We paying Wentz $100+ million, and what's the one thing everybody was saying this year? He ain't got nobody to throw to.
I mean, he lost everybody.
Like, come on, cuz
but in Wentz's case, he lost everybody, and he was still able to go. That's why you paid him. He was still able to get you to the playoffs with everybody. Like, he lost everything. Offense, at the end of the day, he lost everything. Offensive line, wide receiver. When your top 2 wide receivers go, I think I don't know if the tight end left, but your best offensive lineman, 2 of your top wide receivers, and a few defensive players, and you still go.
Elite players, that shouldn't matter to elite players.
Think in football.
This is my thing. You at the quarterback position.
Mm-hmm.
At the quarterback position, you $100 million player.
Mm-hmm.
You know who get money like that? Drew Brees, Tom Brady, Russell Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
Elite players who we seen get it done. Whoever is lined up on that side of the ball.
Correct. All right. So when outside of, if you want to use that analogy, Russell Wilson, the times he got it done, he was getting paid rookie salary, and he had everybody around him. Now that he is getting the pay, I feel like Russell Wilson deserves his money, but this actually goes to, I'm making your point for you. Now that he has got his money, though, we have not seen no win. He lost to the Cowboys. We have not seen that playoff production from Russell Wilson. Drew Brees, no matter how he's getting to the playoffs, he got his money. We have not seen that playoff production money. But at the end of the day, there are box office, which I think we talking about two folds. If I'm paying my guy, my quarterback, because it's still a business at the end of the day.
Yeah,
so
everything is.
So at the end of the day, I'm paying Drew Brees, Russell Wilson, because at the end of the day, we going 10-6. I'm putting people in the stands. That's separate from the winning. You know what I'm saying? Drew Brees got a Super Bowl. Seahawks got a Super Bowl. You pay that man to keep him there, the fans gonna keep coming.
I think that point right there really is a matter of the front office, because is it about incentive? Is it about winning? Or just like you said, is it about ticket sales?
It's about your bottom line.
With a lot of these teams, we know y'all ain't winning.
Mm-hmm.
We see Redskins pay people a lot of money. We see Miami pay a lot of losing teams be getting a lot of big money contracts up. Y'all ain't go. Y'all probably not even go to the playoffs.
You gotta pay for those stars.
So this is what I'm saying. With those teams who got a chance to win, like, we can argue that the Cowboys is probably 2 players away from being a legit Super Bowl team.
Yeah.
KC is in a win now mode right now. If they keep the exact same team from last year, there ain't no reason why they shouldn't repeat.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm saying is, when you paying players to win, that's what should matter. Is you paying players to put butts in the seats, or is you playing them to win ball games?
I mean, you a hustler, you a person who, a business-minded person.
Yes, sir.
At the end of the day, it's a business. So at the end of the day, if I'm Kansas City, I haven't won a championship in 50 years. I got one. My merchandise sales is up. My everything, like
everything through the roof right
now. They the new Golden State Warriors of the NFL.
It is.
So basically, now it's people who ain't never been Kansas City Chiefs fans, Kansas City Chiefs fan. So that $500 million contract I gave him, okay, you still got Tyreek Hill, you still got all your players there. I'm gonna keep you happy, because at the end of the day, Tyreek Hill, I don't know if he was there. I think he was there when Alex Smith was there. A few of these people was there when Alex Smith was there. Patrick Mahomes there. They took off. I need to keep you happy, because I don't want no Dak situation where you may possibly be willing to walk out the door. Because at the end of the day, he changed the franchise. He is the franchise.
Yeah.
So you pay that man the money. I feel like Kansas City, going back to his contract, they did it smart. He was gonna be worth $50 million. He was gonna get that money regardless.
You think he would have got that from anybody, or he only got that from KC?
I think honestly, if he was on the market, and if Kansas City, the team he's with, was willing to pay him $50, I think he could. The Dolphins, somebody's going to get. It could have been probably less years.
I'm not that sold on Patrick Mahomes.
How can you not be sold on somebody
only
who won?
For this reason? For this reason. Back to the point that I just made about 10 minutes ago, right? How many times have we seen elite quarterbacks fold when they ain't got elite talent around them? Tom Brady, the GOAT, the GOAT quarterback.
Yeah.
What was everybody was saying this past year? His numbers suffered a lot. What was everybody saying? Who is he throwing the ball to? He throwing the ball to the mailman. People was literally saying stuff like that. They got a janitor out there.
I don't like. I look at it's all right. It's Tom Brady, to me. They call him the GOAT or whatever, and I'll give him that because of his accolades. But I never looked at Tom Brady and as a GOAT quarterback. I never looked at his skill set and was like, that's a GOAT. I get what you, not his skill set. His skill set, I don't look like.
That's what make a quarterback.
No, I mean
the arm, the IQ, the accuracy, the winning.
It's some quarterbacks like Patrick Mahomes is in a situation like in a way kind of like Jordan or LeBron, or like I look at Tom Brady. He got a lot of winning, but it's more so the meal, the recipe, like everything behind him. He got the chef. It's catered for him. Even when he went
you literally describing Patrick Mahomes right now. You take a sublimely talented quarterback with extraordinary weapons around him, star running back, star receivers, the best tight end in the league, one of the best coaches of all time, a stellar defense on the end of the ball. I can line up under center with that team.
No, you can, Alex Smith tried.
I can line up under center.
No, you about to make my Alex Smith tried.
Not the talent though. He ain't had a talent.
He had the same
he
players.
Had a talent. I'm talking about his talent.
That's
Alex
what I'm.
Smith talent.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I look at. That's what I look at.
You can take any good quarterback. Would you say Alex Smith was a good quarterback?
I think Alex Smith, for what he was a number 1 round pick. He was the first pick. He was a
prime. Alex Smith is decent.
He's okay. Most quarterbacks is just decent. But what I'm saying is, you making my point. Tom Brady, to me, he gets called the GOAT, but I think it's the chef behind, like Bill Belichick, all the assistant coaches, the team, like if you put Patrick Mahomes in Tom Brady's system, I feel like Tom Brady, no matter who Patrick Mahomes has around him, he still wins a championship. The same thing I used to say with Aaron Rodgers. They're better players than Tom Brady.
I don't agree with that at all. One thing about sports that everybody know: great players don't win championships. Great players make it to the championship, but great teams win the championship.
Okay. So,
and I'm gonna go on a small. Allen Iverson. He was a great player that made it. He didn't have a great team to win it, and that's a basketball reference, but the same thing. You can plug in Cam Newton, made it. He didn't have a great team to win it. You a good player, real good player. Because the greatness, now because of his accomplishments and everything that he was able to attain as a quarterback, we can throw him in that greatness conversation. You're a real good quarterback. Hands down, probably the most. We talking about Patrick Mahomes the same way we talked about Aaron Rodgers 10 years ago.
Exactly.
What did Aaron Rodgers also have? Great coach, great defense, a great surrounding team.
I think
Patrick Mahomes is he a product of the system just like anybody else would.
I think his situation is a little like you look at Patrick Mahomes and you be like, that's why he got that $500 million. It's different. Tom Brady.
What's different about him? Everybody
arm
keeps saying
strength,
this.
mobility. Just you ain't seen a quarterback like he make that quarterback position like how Michael Vick did when he came in the league.
Yes.
How Lamar Jackson is doing right now. Sometimes you look at a player and you be like, Russell Wilson, Drew, like yo, you know what? That's a little different. Your quarterback to me, Carson Wentz.
I've never been sold on Carson Wentz. I ain't never been sold on Carson Wentz.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm a big fan of Carson Wentz. I look at him and I'm like, you know what? That's a look. When Cam Newton was doing what Cam Newton was doing, that's different. Big Ben came in the league. Yeah. That's different. Yeah. Some dudes is regular. Alex Smith, he maximized. To me, Tom Brady is like, and it sounds crazy because he got 6
I think it's because Tom Brady just regular as far as his skill set. But the only reason why, I tell people this all the time, everybody try to knock TB12. Only because he ain't mobile. If Tom Brady could turn the wheels, if Tom Brady could go scramble for 15 yards, shaking niggas out their shoes, we would be talking about him differently. But I think that it really says more to his football acumen, being able to stand in that pocket, scramble for 5 yards, not being a running quarterback, and can still win and can still deliver that pass where it need to be at. He can't do it on the run.
I see what you're saying. Do you think, off a little topic, Peyton Manning is better than Tom Brady?
Yes.
I agree.
Only reason why is because he's smarter. I think their skill set is identical.
I'm one of the people who feel like Tom Brady is a quarterback who was blessed in a great system. I get his because a lot of them championships.
And I agree with that.
If that kicker, I think one of the kickers won maybe 2 or 3 of the championships.
And I agree with that.
If he missed that field goal, they don't win. It's a lot like.
I'm not disagreeing with that. All I'm saying is that I put Patrick Mahomes in the same category as Tom Brady for that exact same reason.
And
you give Tom Brady some second screen running back that we ain't never heard of from got drafted in the 3rd round. You give Patrick Mahomes just regular coaching, not Andy Reid, who is, like I said, is one of the most respected and heard quarterback. head coaches of all time, you give him regular pedestrian type wide receivers, we wouldn't be talking about him the same way. Everything that can be said about Tom Brady, everything that can be said about Patrick Mahomes, people say the same thing about Tom Brady. He's just more talented.
All right, I disagree. All right, Andy Reid had y'all in the NFC, the Eagles, and the NFC Championship 6 times. I think it was 5 or 6 times.
5 times.
5 times with a great quarterback and Donovan McNabb, decent quarterback, mobile, can throw whatever.
And boasted a 13-3 record our Super Bowl year.
1 year. You know what I'm saying? I feel like y'all the Eagles had great defenses. They had that year when T.O. came, great team.
Mm-hmm.
He's been there but never got over the hump as a coach. And he's been there. He's had 5 times. And then with them Kansas City, I think 2 of them Kansas City teams was first seed when Alex Smith was there. At least 1, I know for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm saying is at least 6 years. And then that one, don't get me started on the dreams, the supposedly the supposedly dream team in 2010. But that's for another topic.
That was awful.
Andy Reid had all them quarterbacks from Donovan McNabb, Mike Vick, Alex Smith.
Kevin Cobb, who was decent.
Alex Smith and Mike Vick was both number 1 overall draft picks. Little nugget out there. Patrick Mahomes comes in his first year. He was this close to beating Tom Brady. His first year as a starter. This close to be
great team.
This close to be. I think
with a great team and a great coach.
Some people, they become great like that man elevate like we and a lot of people say that about Tom Brady. But I think when you look in, it's like we got that guy. Like I think Tom Brady, he gets a lot of credit, but it's like that Super Bowl with the Rams, that defense, like the Rams was scoring 45, 50 points, blowing everybody out.
Yeah, they was going
and
crazy
then you get to a Super Bowl, and it's like, to me, you can't call 6 times luck, so I can't call it luck.
Todd Gurley wasn't hard doing nothing on the ground.
It's like, yo, you got blessed.
Hardly nothing on
You got blessed with the tuck rule. You got blessed with Adam Vinatieri. Then you get blessed with another great kicker who literally won you Super Bowls. Literally won you. To me, it's like a lot of people don't get them breaks that he got, and that's my niche with. But I mean, if he's y'all GOAT, but he's not my GOAT. But I just look at back to Patrick Mahomes. What he's done in most of the time early, like young quarterbacks from Ben when he was balling and got his first Super Bowl, Russell Wilson, you look at them and you be like, the team won them that Super Bowl. I don't look at Patrick Mahomes like that. I'm like, this man was an MVP and then takes a loss and then the next year comes back and wins the Super Bowl.
Patrick Mahomes is, matter of fact, I ain't even gonna say that. Everything that people say about Tom Brady, him being a product of the system, him being a coach's quarterback and all that, I think the same thing can be said about Patrick Mahomes. Is Patrick Mahomes more talented than Tom Brady? That's arguable. Is he more skilled?
You said arguable?
That's arguable. But that's just my opinion, though. Was he deserving of the money? I don't think so, but hey, I ain't paying him. Whatever.
All right, I just want a quick question. How do you feel like he worth as much as Carson? Do you feel like he should be the highest paid quarterback in the league?
Yes.
And what do you feel like is the highest like the most important position on the field? How much do you feel like they should get paid?
I think these $100 and $200 million contracts is great.
That's so basically.
I think these $200 million contracts is,
so you feel
is
like
great.
200 for 4, $50 million a year, because that's what he got. $50 million for.
Yeah.
So he basically, you just don't feel like it should have been as long.
No.
And you feel like the team, like you feel like they got screwed.
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
And I disagree with you on that. I feel like he screwed himself.
That's exactly how I feel.
That Super Bowl. Quick question: how do you feel about the NBA bubble?
I think that I hate it.
You hate it? Could you do it?
Yeah, for what these jokers, I do a lot of things for what these niggas get paid. What do these jokers get? Crazy money. But as far as the bubble and all of the regulations and how they're trying to do that, I think it's a great thing. But I just like, I'm gonna put it like this. Corona has affected the whole world in a way where just take the year off of everything. Like just COVID is a real serious thing.
Yeah.
I ain't bought into the hype of it all, but COVID is a real thing. Sports need to just take the year off. If you got to do all of this just to play some basketball, some football, some baseball, some soccer, tennis, whatever,
keeping that money coming
take the rest of the year off.
How many people can do that? They don't got no pandemic plan for them.
Take the rest of the
Ain't
year
no
off.
pandemic plan for $235 million.
Take the rest of the year off.
Ain't no plan for that.
And then it's a good thing about it though is that it's been 0 tests for positive for COVID in the bubble, and so that's great. I guess everybody abiding by the rules, know what they're supposed to do. So
if you was Doc Rivers, what would you say? Like I'm Lou Williams, you Doc Williams.
Lou Will.
What would you say to me when I come back to the bubble and I tell you?
If I was Doc Rivers being him, or if I was Doc Rivers.
If you was Doc Rivers.
I'd have pulled Lou Will to the side and said, "Look, Lou, how you get caught?" Like that's my whole thing. Like I'm one of them type of people. Like I don't care what you do, but just do it in a way you can't get caught for it. Like and especially the way that everybody's so outraged about Corona right now. This is the last thing you need to be doing. Like come on now, and then the ramifications of you actually contracting it, you can affect
everybody. Shut down the whole thing.
Right.
What's funny is I was
chicken wings though.
Yeah,
like,
I the way he played it off like that, because clearly he was lying to me. It's like he went there and was like, I had to stop by Magic City, because I love the chicken wings. Like all the money he making, he couldn't have got nobody to pick it up, nigga. He couldn't have got it.
You could have got a professional chef with a negative Corona test to come and make.
He could have bought the whole chicken in there.
Like I know y'all got room service. I know y'all got whatever everything that y'all need at y'all disposal. I know y'all getting all the luxuries and amenities that the NBA can possibly afford y'all, which is everything. You went to Magic City to get chicken in the NBA bubble. Come on, Lou Will.
That was.
We know what you went for. We know what you went for. You go there for those chicken wings, boy.
Man, I think that was the funniest thing that's happened that I seen happen in the bubble. Game start today. You got the Lakers or the Clippers?
I got LA taking everything, and I want to fire that back at you. Who is your personal favorite? Not what the analysts and what all the sports minds are saying. If you had your money riding on somebody.
My money. Okay, everybody know I'm a Pacers fan, so I'm rooting for them, but I don't like our chances with what we got going on.
You shouldn't even say it, dumb.
But
who you
I'm rolling with the Lakers. I think it's funny because as much as LeBron put the Pacers out the playoffs, it's always been if my Pacers don't win it, I'm a LeBron fan. So I want him to get that fourth ring. Honestly, I was a little worried about the Clippers in the regular. Like
I was never sold on the Clippers. I was never sold on these.
I ain't gonna lie. The reason I was sold is because they physical, and then they got two dudes who can go and get it, and then like you say, they got dogs, and the Lakers, they a little like they got LeBron. I just thought they was too finesse for my liking. But now in the bubble, just with niggas, I mean, jumping to get chicken wings, 5 players are not on your roster. It just don't seem like they together enough.
I was never sold just in the West, and it's a toss up either way. Yeah. But I was never sold on the Clippers being the team. I was never sold on the Clippers being the best, deepest team. I was never sold on that. Even on paper, it never made sense to me. As soon as I seen them assemble that cast of players with the Lake Show, Lakers in 6. Honestly, Lakers in 5. Do you hear me?
Honestly, who I'm scared of, though, is the Rockets. Like, I just think
Rockets ain't got enough junk in their trunk.
I think they just got 2 dudes, like you say, like the sports is saying, it is not like the NBA, the fan. Like, ain't nobody self-motivated like Russ. Don't nobody care about. I think if you take away the money and take away a lot of stuff, it's a few players who I just feel like will be out here at the Y, out here at City Park, just hooping.
Still getting.
And James Harden is that, like, I just think he's a ball like this, like he's a baller. Like no matter what, he's always gonna be hooping. He the type, like, after he retired, I would not be surprised if he in a big 3 or something like that. Like, he's just a hooper to me.
I can compare him to Patrick Mahomes in a few ways. Besides the fact that Patrick Mahomes got it done, but it's team, coach, and you being the apex of that team and that coach, like that whole tandem.
Oh, you think that's how his stats?
And how that works out. And I think, but not bringing it back to Patrick Mahomes because I ain't gonna tear on him, but it's similar. But I get your point though, and what you saying. I don't agree with it, but I buy that.
I think they can be.
They ain't got enough junk in the trunk though. They ain't got it. that small ball ain't gonna work against the Lakers. That small ball ain't gonna work if y'all end up having to play any one of these teams who got. Can you get past the Jazz with that? Can you get past Rudy Gobert?
What it's reminding me of though, it's reminding me of pickup basketball. And everybody know when you got all right. Now the way people playing basketball, if you go to the court with, say you get it used to be like that, but say you got 6'4", 6'3", 6'2", 6'1", and 5'10", and then it's them. I call them little young guards shooting everything. They can easily win because they just outrunning y'all, like just outrun. Like
until you missing.
But that's the thing. You got 7 games
until you miss.
Until you miss, but if you not missing and you just running fast.
That remind me when we used to ball at the Croc, right? And we literally would say, yo, once they go cold, I'm playing the young niggas, right? Once they go cold, it's our game. They never went cold.
And they never go cold. And they just faster. And we just like,
that's how they did
we look
us
up
in.
and it's like, dang.
We try to run through the post.
And then it's like, because if we missed one post shot, they getting it, running fast break layup, or spot up three. So they my dark horse. Lakers, I definitely agree with you on that. I think the Lakers should. They got LeBron. And I'm not sleeping on the I think we both agree in the East. Well, I don't know. It's like I'm not surprised if Philly somehow get to the
it's crazy to me that people kind of writing them off like they.
It's like you're not hearing nothing. It's like you. It's like
crazy since the bubble anyway. Yeah. Like that's crazy to me. Like I've been hearing more talks about Miami, and more talks than I've been hearing about Philly.
I think like you boxing fan matchup. The styles make fights. I'm a little worried about. I like Miami team. Like I think with that about whatever I get his name mixed up.
Adebayo.
That dude, I feel like he is the. If I'm gonna put somebody on the Greek Freak, I love the way. Like it was one game in the regular season. I'm like, yo, this man really can check. Like he hold his own against the Greek Freak, and he got moves himself.
I like him.
I like he reminds me. Like I don't think he's at that level, but I think he ascending into that. What's your boy from Toronto? Pascal?
Pascal Siakam.
I think I'm getting both of their names mixed up, but the dude from Miami, Bam, let's call him Bam, is ascending on that level that Pascal is. Like
I can see that.
And I'm like, yo, and Jimmy Butler's just tough. Like you gotta love Jimmy. So
and Iggy, who's still out there doing what he been doing.
Yep.
They still got Goran Dragic. He's still out there doing what he been doing. Justice Winslow.
I love
They got a good team.
Justin Winslow and he got traded to.
Not Winslow. I forget his name. Number 55.
Duncan, the white.
Duncan,
boy.
Yeah.
Duncan, the white boy. He got the best 3-point. Man, they got a little squad.
That's what I'm saying.
It's crazy. It's because they actually. It used to be just like one team, 2 teams tops, nobody else. But I think they,
You think it's fair to write off Toronto since they ain't got Kawhi?
It's funny because I'm going to say it's not fair, but I'm one of the people who written them off because I'm just like I don't believe like. I feel like they remind me of remember that Atlanta Hawks team from like 3, 4, 5 years ago when they was winning 60 games and they just didn't have nobody that even though Pascal Siakam kind of can, they just have a lot of good players and I think they play really good team basketball, but I think when it counts, you don't have that person like, well, it depends. This is Pascal's coming out party. I do love Fred VanVleet though. I just think he one of them players that put him anywhere he gon'.
I was just saying this the other day.
He gonna rise above.
When Kyle Lowry is done, that's gonna be his team. I think he gonna even ascend past Pascal.
Maybe leadership quality. Like he just
when Kyle, because Kyle Lowry in his 30s.
Yeah.
He probably got a few more seasons under him, and he ain't. Well, maybe a little bit more than that, because his game ain't predicated on speed and athleticism and jump like that. So. Probably about 5 more years, maybe.
In the similar same player, about the same player size, stature, and all that. But Fred, he's just not scared. I love players who aren't scared of the moment.
Who got that dog in him?
Yeah, it's just got that no matter who you is, 6'5" against him, whatever he.
Fred VanVleet, he'll pull that jack from half court, whether it go or it misses. Like back on the play, back on D.
Not scared. In the East.
Oh wait, hold on.
What?
And I'm gonna close on this, right?
What?
Roy Jones versus Mike Tyson. First, how do you 2 questions? Then we're gonna end with this. Pick a winner and tell me why.
Mike Tyson he just been
I'm cutting the camera off.
He just been looking crazy. And I mean, I don't follow him on Instagram, but when I like just YouTube, seeing the videos, seeing the stuff he doing, and it don't look like Roy Jones is in the type of shape to be fight. Like from what, unless like the latest video I seen, it just Mike Tyson looks like he done lost like 40, 50 pounds. He looked like a beast. And the video I saw Roy Jones, don't know how recent it is. It just didn't. It was like, you about to step in the ring and fight?
I ain't sold on Mike Tyson winning it by as much of a landslide how folks trying to make it. And I get why.
Mm-hmm.
I get why. I don't want to stand in front of Mike for no reason if I'm a pro fighter, whatever. So I get it based on, just like you said, the recent videos that's been circulating online. But me knowing Roy Jones as a fighter, me knowing boxing like you just said, it's really a toss-up, though, because like that gent can go really any way.
You think Roy Jones is just a better fighter?
Yes, undoubtedly. Oh, now I might be wrong, but my boxing acumen tells me, my boxing knowledge, I don't think Mike Tyson has ever been named like the best pound-for-pound fighter. I heard people say he was the best heavyweight, the most ferocious, one of the hardest hitting, all those different type of claims. But I don't think Roy Jones was literally called the best fighter of his decade. He literally was called the best pound-for-pound fighter at one point. He literally was a champion multiple times in multiple weight classes. Granted, a long time ago. And even I put this in the group the other day. His last professional fight was 2 years ago. Mike Tyson ain't fought in 15 years. So, yeah, you can throw him hitting that bag, but how you going to feel when Roy throw one back at you? He ain't no slouch. So I think that junk can really go anywhere. And I can talk boxing all day long, but we're going to wrap it up with that, y'all. And this is the main objective. I got my nigga LZ with me right here. We always going to be real about it, and we don't care how you feel about it. Straight like that, though.